today, you're getting your first tarantula. But here's the problem. There are hundreds of incredible tarantula species out there. Some are bright blue, some are bright orange, some live in trees, some live underground, and honestly, they all look amazing. But how do you know which one is actually right for your first tarantula? We're going to show you some of the best beginner tarantulas in the hobby, explain what makes a tarantula beginner friendly, build out a couple of perfect enclosures, talk feeding schedules, care requirements, and even explain why some of the most beautiful tarantulas in the world might not be the best choice for a first-time keeper. Before you get a tarantula, you actually need to think about what makes a good pet tarantula. And some of the things you want to look for are they're docile, they don't hide, they're good eaters, and they're not super flighty. This tarantula is a Mexican red knee, a Brachypelma harmori, one of the original tarantulas that first made it into the hobby that were one of the first good pet tarantulas. This fulfills all of the rules. We're gonna show you 4 really good tarantulas, and this one is ranked number 4. Because this tarantula, although it doesn't hide, it is docile, they do like to kick hair sometimes, and they're not the most handleable.
And believe it or not, this is actually Mo's very first pet tarantula that he had. Not this exact one, but this species.
Yeah, Mexican red knee was my very first tarantula back in 2004.
How was the experience?
I'm aging myself. It was crazy. I mean, I just got a car and I just was able to drive when I was 16 and went to the pet store and just like picked it up. It was 15 bucks and it was already like a juvenile, so it was good size. And then I had that tarantula up until we met.
Unlike this large enclosure that we need for this adult, for a juvenile Mexican red knee,
or for a spiderling even,
this is the perfect size.
Just so you guys know, you don't need an acrylic enclosure like tarantula cribs. You can actually just use a piece of Tupperware, drill out some holes in here and get a lid on that. And that's what a lot of keepers actually kept them in before tarantula cribs.
No way, really?
Yeah, but then tarantula cribs came along and, humble brag, changed the game. So we have a whole bunch of styles now, and although they look really cool, really all you need is a piece of Tupperware and some air holes. This is a tiny cricket. She's gonna eat it.
Hey, looks like she's not hungry, and that's okay. We don't need to freak out. She could be in pre-molt, which from what it looks like, I don't think so, but she just might not be hungry. They can go months without eating.
Yeah, even as babies, they can go a very long time without eating. Sometimes they'll go, I've heard of people having some slow-growing tarantulas go a whole year without eating. I know it's crazy to us humans, but for tarantulas, it's kind of normal.
Today we're going to be talking about some great beginner tarantulas. Here we have some Choco golden knees that we're going to be breeding.
We are going to be breeding.
Oh, dang.
Who's this?
His name is Twix, and I actually have bred him before with my female Pikachu. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but I think we're going to try today. Usually he's pretty chill, but he was kind of brush biting earlier. But you can tell that he is mature because if you look at his 2 pedipalps in the front, he has these little bulbuses on them, and that is his emboli. So he is going to basically insert that into the female.
Then Maria, who's this?
This is El Chapo, and she was a gift that was given to me by a coworker when I was still working at Telly's.
So basically, you just have to be really patient. I actually jump-started breeding before by just drumming, and they'll pick it up, and then they'll both start doing it. How they'll communicate that they are interested. Oh, perfect.
Oh, he's throwing a fit.
So cool.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, he's doing paradiddles.
You know more than I would with the situation. Can they smell each other pheromonally?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Look at him.
How's it going so far? Where the heck did Cat go?
Cat had to leave. Yeah.
So now it's just us?
Now I have to be the one that breaks it up if anything happens.
It's so awesome to see these guys breeding. Choco golden knees, Grammostola pulchripes are actually amazing beginner tarantulas. They're super docile. They're actually handleable if you want to handle them. They are great eaters. They grow nicely, although a little bit slow, but it's good for a beginner because they can kind of take it slow.
That was really freaking awesome, man. Now I have to get him out immediately just so that way she does not eat him and get him back into his enclosure. That couldn't have been any more perfect. How smooth. That was not bad at all. That was really good.
Sick.
I saw that catch cup and said,
The cats are here.
yeah, my Uber's here. I gotta get the heck out of here.
Wow.
Was that cool?
That was incredible.
So sick.
I loved that.
I am so proud of them both. They were very good with each other.
Good job, guys.
Thank you to Kat, too. She helped guide this entire situation.
And it's cool. One of Kat's tarantulas is having babies with one of your tarantulas at the reptile room, and then there'll be beginner tarantulas for everyone to have.
that's awesome.
You'll never guess how well it went.
It went well.
Oh my gosh, so well. Like the unhooking and everything from each other, everything went perfect. He did such a great job, such a gentleman.
Yay, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear. That was fast too.
It was super fast. So like what happens after this? Like obviously I know I got to keep her super well fed.
It could be a couple months. It could be even longer than that. So,
Okay.
you know, it's hard to say. Well, yay, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. That was awesome.
Of course. See you guys soon.
Bye.
So this is a Brazilian black tarantula, one of the other really amazing tarantulas. They do make great pets, but they do have a couple downsides too. They are very docile, but they're also very slow growing. So if you get a little tiny one, it's gonna take you a very long time to get it to be an adult like this.
There's a baby Brazilian black in here, and they're so small. He'll stay that size for a little while, so he should be good in an enclosure this size.
Now, as far as care goes, these guys are extremely easy to take care of. They're hardy. All they need is some water dish and some occasional food, some substrate, and you're good to go. Once they're adults, they stay out a lot, and overall, they're a great beginner pet. The one thing you have to watch out for is sometimes they might kick hairs, and every tarantula does have its own personality. They can even change that from molt to molt.
The Brazilian black was good, but this is number 2 on my list.
Number 2?
Number 2.
The Brazilian black was cool, but this is number 2 on my list. So right here we've got Rose with us. She's one of our ambassador tarantulas.
The one that lady got over her fears with?
Yes.
It is that one.
Oh my. Oh, hello. What happens if she starts going up my arm?
I'll be right here to grab her.
Oh my gosh, I'm holding her all by myself.
There you go.
Hello. I hope you don't see the tattoo and see a squirrel and think it's a threat. Because I don't think squirrels would eat you. I'm holding a real live tarantula.
These are great beginner tarantulas because they're super docile. They're not very flighty. They eat well. You can usually find them out and about.
They're not pet rocks. You know, a lot of tarantulas, especially the ones with like cool colors and things like that, will just dig a burrow and you won't ever see it. Which, you know, it's cool when you do see it, but if this is your first tarantula, you want to see it.
You want to see them.
One of the good ones that's not on our list today is in that enclosure right back there. It's the green bottle blue.
Yes.
And the reason I say that is because if you look at all those enclosures, you can guess which one has a spider in it.
Yep, for
You
sure.
know?
The green bottle blue is amazing. And you know what, guys? There's going to be a sweet build out coming soon on Jay's channel.
Oh, wait. That's true.
We've had her here for almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
She's gotten so many kids and people over their fear. When they come in here, a lot of them are like, oh, we don't want to see the tarantulas. And I'm like, hold on. Like, I don't like people coming in here and just immediately knocking one of the animals. So I'm like, come here, let me show you in the back real quick. And so we start off with Rose. Usually I'll have the kids kind of hold out a finger.
Hold out the finger.
And I'm like, look, she's gonna give you a high five. And she kind of like taps one of their fingers. And they think that's so great because they really think she's giving them a high five. And then that kind of eases them into like letting me hold their hand while I put the tarantula on them so that they kind of get over that initial shock. A lot of people don't realize that their fingers like open up kind of like this as they're walking. So people kind of describe it as it feels like Velcro. It's not sticky, it's not pokey.
I will say that tarantulas aren't really meant to be handled. If you want a handleable, cuddly pet, maybe a tarantula is not the best. They're more like display animals, and they will tolerate being handled, but even then you want to make sure that you give them a rest and don't do it too much.
Oh yeah.
And if you do it, make sure you're close to the ground.
As far as ease of care goes, it's super simple. You need your substrate, you need a little bit of moss, fork, somewhere for them to hide when they're feeling uncomfortable, and a water dish.
And as slings or as babies, it's just as simple. Really, all they need is some substrate and enclosure, and make sure you keep the substrate nice and damp, and then you're pretty much good to go. I will say for the Chilean rose hairs, they've gotten a little bit more rare over the years, and they're one of the ones that actually have different color forms. So this one has like a red color form. I don't think you can see the colors right now, but you can see it's a little bit pinkish. Abdomen back there is really big. That means that she's probably about to molt. We're actually lucky enough to have some of these guys available in our retail shop over there.
And without further ado, let's move on to our number one
Our number
tarantula.
first. Number first. Let's go.
My very first tarantula was actually a curly hair. I wasn't going into it looking for any specific species. I had watched Richards and Katz videos in the past and had heard some recommendations, and then I saw one of these guys and they were just so adorable. Their fuzzy hair, their calm temperament, they make for a perfect first pet tarantula.
My first experience with tarantulas was a little bit different. I kind of went into the fire with it. I had a salmon pink bird eater as my very first one. I won't say that I wasn't like kind of experienced and just dove into it. I was taking care of the arachnid wall for a long time. You know, I really slowly started to fall in love with them, and this one was getting up to age and wanting to be rehomed to get him off display and kind of live the rest of his life out in peace. And Charlie was an awesome tarantula.
I know you guys are going to come after me for saying, well, what about this tarantula is the best? What about this one's the best? There are actually a lot more tarantulas that are really good.
If you guys have an opinion on another tarantula that you believe is a good beginner tarantula? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll take a look at what you guys had to say.
Right here is their #1 best beginner tarantula, at least in our opinion, is the Arizona blonde.
Super docile. They eat well, not flighty, not medically significant venom.
It's the opposite of what we don't want. They aren't super fast. They don't tend to run away. They don't tend to bite. Really chill. They're calm. They let you hold them sometimes. They eat well, and they don't die super easily, which is an important factor.
Yeah, they're hardy.
Especially for a beginner.
Yeah.
Beginners are going to make mistakes.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And they look cool. Look at those cool colors. Here at the Reptile Room, we have a lot of elaborate enclosures, but we purposefully kept this enclosure really simple so you guys can see all it takes really to keep a tarantula happy. Now, they're not going to be extra happy if you put all kinds of stuff in there. They just want a place to hide. They want some substrate to dig in, and they want some water. Speaking of enclosures, we're actually going to demonstrate how to build a beginner tarantula enclosure right now. You guys just got a first tarantula. You get a spiderling. This is how you build out a spiderling enclosure, and then when it becomes an adult, she'll show you what to do with that. Just like the bigger enclosures, these guys have magnets that lock in so your tarantula can't get out. It has cross ventilation, which is extremely important, and all you do is open it up, fill it with dirt. So this is not the best way to do this. The best way to actually do this is to get a little cup and do it nicely, but
It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want.
We're gonna work with it. We're gonna give Alina some OCD. We'll probably fill it to like 2/3 up there. I don't do this all the time. You know who does do it? Maria and Alina, and a lot of times Kylie will build out enclosures over on the other side for customers.
Yeah, we will happily help you rehouse your tarantulas or build your next enclosure. We love it.
So don't ask for me. I'm usually hiding. You're not gonna find me.
You're like a tarantula.
Yeah.
The Indian ornamental.
In the flesh.
Yeah. All we want to do is put a little hide in there. Alina, is there a water dish over there?
there.
All right. That's it, man. That's all. You're good to go. That's like all you need for a spiderling. This is the bare minimum, what you need for it to live and even thrive. You can do a lot more and get more elaborate, and I admit it's really fun to do that, but this is what you need.
Now I'm going to show you guys how you would make an enclosure for an adult tarantula. This is the best part, actually, like getting your hand in here and playing with the dirt.
You played in the dirt as a kid.
I did play in the dirt.
What did your parents say?
Nothing. Actually, they encouraged it. We
Really?
played in the. Oh yeah. My family, like,
thought
we
your
played
mom
in.
wanted
No,
to do
no. We played in the dirt. We ran around
They wanted you to
barefoot.
play with Barbies.
My mom did try to get me to play with Barbies, and I would cut their hair off and.
Stick them in the dirt.
But then she got my sister, who is like super girly and into all that I was not. So then she did that with her.
And that's fine. Why wouldn't it be fine?
Yeah. Depending on the size of the tarantula or what kind, I would kind of like lay this in here. You would need an appropriate sized water bowl, something like this, if not a little bit bigger. Wanted to make it nice and pretty, you could add a little plant into it. I would probably go with a different plant, but
You want me to grab you one?
sure. Can you hurry up? So I'm taking like a little bit of time to create a little bit of a hill here. Oh babe, this is too big. This
What
was,
do you mean?
I didn't like this, but this is fine. You did good.
Why are you being so nice? That's fishy. Is it because you're on camera?
It's because it's your birthday. This is more like it. I'm gonna spend all this time decorating it, and you know what? The interior decorator / the tarantula that I'm gonna end up putting in here is gonna come. He'll probably end up rearranging a lot of it. He'll probably flip his water bowl upside down and hide it under the dirt. That's all. He's just making it into his home. And that's it. That's all you need. There's enough space in there for them to crawl around. They've got their water bowl, a little pop of green. That's more for us than it is for them. You've got a pop of green too.
They probably like yours more.
Because it's bigger?
So now that you've seen all of the great beginner tarantulas, let me tell you definitely what tarantula not to get. The pokies that you're about to see in just a second are not great beginner pets, and the reason for that is because they are fast, they have medically significant venom, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can accidentally get tagged, or they can just even get loose because they are so fast they can literally teleport.
And with that said, we're actually gonna try to breed ours today. Our P. Metallica or the Gooty Sapphire. We're gonna actually place them into this enclosure, and we're gonna watch to see what happens.
Now, P. Metallicas are my favorite species of tarantula, but they are super duper fast, so we're gonna have to be super careful doing this, so please wish us some luck. Grab it with my hands.
Barehanded.
Yep.
What the hell?
I have to grab it. I have to have a good grip.
She's at the bottom.
Okay.
Now she's in there, but now we need to get her out here.
Okay, oh, she's out.
All right, sweet.
That lid on,
Look
babe.
at her colors.
Beautiful lady.
Look at that gorgeous girl.
These amazing colors are actually really rare in nature. Blue is not a super common color, but when you do see it, you know that you have to be careful because a lot of times these animals possess a venom or a toxin, and in this case, it does have a medically significant venom.
Now it's time for the harder part, which is gonna be getting the male in with her without letting her out.
All right, guys, so now we've got both of them in there. This part's tricky because you have to be responsible. You want to make sure that nobody gets hurt, nobody escapes, so we're gonna keep a close eye on them.
Now there is a very real risk that the male tarantula can get eaten. Female tarantulas do try and eat male tarantulas after they breed, and a lot of times females that do that have a better egg sac, and that's just the way nature is. But in captivity, we do want to try and prevent that because we can always power feed her afterwards.
That was so cool.
That's
They
crazy.
did a dance for a while.
I've never seen a build up like that.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
And happy birthday.
It's his birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, it's also your birthday.
It is.
Happy birthday, Mo.
Thank you. Alina left. She's got to go get the kids, right?
For your birthday?
She left, man. I know.
Dang.
But you know what? I'm happy to be with my tarantulas. If you guys have any questions about beginner tarantulas or what tarantulas might be right for you, let us know down in the comments. Now, before you leave, we are going to be at Tinley Park in Chicago, and you guys can actually meet Elena. She's going to be there ready to meet all of you in a tarantula costume.
You gonna be in a tarantula costume?
Not true. Not true.